watching on tonight. So, Pastor, I want to just say thank you again for this amazing conference that you do every year. And I'm going to share my story because it's happening right now as we speak. And my heart goes out to individuals that are at home right now because tragedy happens when there are distractions, when there are nothing else to do, when the enemy comes in like a flood to destroy you. Okay? Children that are at home right now, I've been praying for y'all. I have been praying for these babies because, mothers and fathers that are at home with their children, that don't want to be at home with their children, things happen, okay? And my heart just goes out to me. So, I'm going to share my story when I was 14 years old. When I was 14 years old, I was molested by my pastor. And he was a man of God that baptized me, okay? One that I trusted because he taught me how to believe in Jesus Christ. He taught me the things that was necessary for me to know when I grew up to be a young lady. I knew all these things that I needed to know about God through him. But I had no idea that I was going to be in a situation that would ruin my life for over 20 plus years. And for it to happen in church, in his office, on an Easter Sunday. I had no idea that my life would be crushed or ruined for so many years. And when I share my story to let individuals know that child molestation, it is real. And that when you are around authority of figures, or even if it's a mother or a father, or anybody, a school teacher, or anybody, you have to realize that nobody is exempt. No one is exempt. Your sister, your brother, your cousin, no one is exempt. So, when this individual did this to me, a light bulb went in my head. And you would say, Tammy, a light bulb? What do you mean? There's always something that's in the back of your head that knows what's right and that knows what's wrong, or that knows that you're afraid of something. But when you have someone that you have been listening to and trusting and teaching you things about the Word of God, you're confused and afraid. And when I was 14 and this thing happened to me, I was confused and I was afraid. And people would say, why you didn't tell anyone then? I was 14 and I was afraid of this authority figure that called himself a man of God. But I got courage. And I told a friend at school. I told the friend that what was going on with me behind closed doors. I told this young man that this man had been doing this thing to me. And he told me, he said, Tim, you gotta tell it. And I said, I'm too scared to tell it. I don't want to tell it. I don't want to get in trouble. And he said, you're not gonna get in trouble. That man has been doing this to you. You gotta tell it. I said, well, will you tell it for me? And he said, I will. This young boy told my mom what happened. And I was so grateful. It felt like a whole load fell off. And he told, we were going to school together. And he told my mother one day after school, because my mother, she worked at the cafeteria. And I went to the school, the young boy went to the school, and he went in, he told my mom, and he came out, and my mom said, is this true? And I told her, I said, yes, it is. My God, that was the longest ride home, y'all. Do you hear me? Because she drilled me, and she had asked me about the wheres and the when, and how, and why I didn't tell, and she asked me all these things, and I told her that I was afraid. And she said, but tell me, how are you afraid? You're my daughter. How are you afraid? You're my daughter. You should tell me everything. I said, but I was afraid because he told told me if I said anything, that I would get in trouble. And when I learned more, y'all, going forward into this thing, my mother came and she told me, she said, Tammy, if this man do anything else to you again, she took us from that church and everything. She said, if this man do anything to you again, you let me know. Do you hear me? You tell me, you let me know. And I said, yes, ma'am. I was free. I was glad, I was happy. We was done. It was over with that church. It was done. And so I felt like, I could live again. And I felt that I could get my life back. Because my father, he had left, and my mother, she was raising us the best that she could. And, so we weren't going to church anymore. So that was it. I said, fresh start, right? Fresh start. Well, I must say that one day, everything was going great, and we were getting a fresh start. My mom had left my dad again and again and again. This time, when she left him, I heard some talking downstairs, and I was like, now I know I don't hear what I hear. And it was his voice. And I said to myself, I called my friend, I said, I heard him downstairs. He said, Tammy, you don't hear him. I said, I promise you, I hear him. He said, Tammy, he ain't in the house. I said, I promise you, I hear him. I went downstairs to play like I was getting some water. Y'all, I went downstairs, and that man was sitting in our living room with my mother and one of her sisters. I was devastated. I was crushed. I was hurt. I was confused again. And I became an actress. I began to smile because I felt as though I had to. I had to because my mother thought that it was okay. So by me believing and feeling that she thought it was okay, I knew I had to become an actress to be still living in that house and have someone to say. When I passed by the living room, he said, hi, Tammy. I said, hello. And I went in, got the water, went back into my room, and I became someone else that I had never been in my life. I smiled, I laughed, I smiled, I laughed, I covered up the Tammy, and I never knew who Tammy was. Because that individual was lost. The happy girl that thought she was rescued, she was gone. She was gone. Well, we began to go back to the church again. We began to go back to the same routine again. And my mother said, remember what I told you. If you ever do anything else to do again, you make sure to tell me. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He constantly came back to dinner on Sunday. He constantly came back around, laughing. We used to go back to church, he's praying and laying hands on people and doing all the things that pastors do behind the pulpit. And I'm just sitting here knowing everything that was done. Here I go feeling guilty, like the counselor just said, making you feel guilty that you've done something. Now that everybody is befriending and loving on this man, that you know what he's done to you. Now you feel like the outcast. One day he came to the house, and I simply said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for saying anything. I may not have said, should have said a word. I'm so sorry. No worries. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. Let's go for a ride at the top. Let's go for a ride at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. At that time, when I was molested, I was 14. When this individual came back into our lives, I was right at 17. I was still wounded. I was still hurt. I was still betrayed, and I was misguided trust by the man that I called my pastor. When my mother began to allow this